This is Open Workshop. It is the open distribution of low-cost machines that can be used to host craft workshops, for use in makerspaces, and even for use in our home. The machines are made of 3D printed parts and easily accessible materials. At the heart of each machine is a drill with a 3D printed mechanism that allows the user to manually adjust the speed and keep it there. Alongside the machines themselves, there's a website with a catalogue of parts and a place for users to upload their own parts, where each part has its own page specifying its use, as well as a place to download it, ready for 3D printing. There is even a page for each machine. Other things on the site include step-by-step instructions, a place for the community to share pictures of the machines they've made, and a place that allows people to share workshops hosted with open workshop tools. But to understand the project, we need to go back to the beginning, which just happens to start in, well, more specifically Old Erla, a state-run housing association with 3,172 homes and a population of 10,000 people, and is Austria's largest social housing complex. But I was less interested in the housing itself, more what was happening on their screens. They have a TV channel dedicated to informing the residents about craft workshops happening in the complex, creating a rich sense of community. So I decided to see if that community was here in the UK, attending many workshops and meeting a lot of new people. The most interesting was the pottery workshop, but there was only one wheel for all of us, because speaking to the host, she couldn't afford to give everyone a wheel because one wheel is £600. So I went to B&Q to see if I could make a low-cost wheel for trying at home. It was made out of free scrap wood and a bin, and it works alright. The main thing was it worked well enough to give it a try, and everyone I showed just wanted to go. And it showed that you didn't need a top-end machine to give things a go and have fun. The other benefit was, because the drill was battery powered, it could be taken anywhere, meaning there was no limitations on where this thing could go. And when I say it can be used anywhere, I mean it can be used anywhere. The drill is also one of the most common tools that most people have, opening up who can make it to a wide audience. To learn more about community workshops and makerspaces, I spoke to Nick Gant, Community 21, and he had this to say.
But the makerspace sort of enables a kind of dialogue that has a sort of Men in Sheds amateurish acceptability that's quite inclusive, so it allows people to come into a context with not much in the way of expectation, more a sense that it's about having a go and participating and meeting other people. So therefore the creative process, the wheels are kind of oiled through that set of principles and that kind of inclusive practice.
After speaking to Nick, it solidified that creativity was more important than the machines, and if I could reduce the cost of the machines, it would open up creative experiences for a wide range of people. This created the How Might We make specialist machinery more accessible. During research, I came across the open design movement, with websites such as OpenDesk, Open Workshop Network, Open Structures, and Open Source Ecology, that offer the widespread distribution of knowledge, furniture, architecture, and even farm equipment. But I couldn't find one that helped with the creation of workshop machinery, so it begged the question, why wasn't there? I wanted to join this family because it fit the ethos of what I was trying to do, so Open Workshop was born, allowing low-cost machines to be distributed anywhere in the world, and even help people make open structures parts and host workshops on the Open Workshop Network. So now it was just a case of designing the machines themselves. I wanted to keep the drill at the heart of the project, but I needed a way of regulating speed. So I designed two parts, one that wrapped around the drill and would maintain the speed, and the other that sat on top and allowed for on-the-fly adjustment. The mechanism is able to maintain speed because of the ratchet inside, which allows the top to be pushed freely in one direction, but to be locked in place in the other. Hopefully these two parts can be at the heart of every machine and allow for a whole host of machinery to be created and use the drill as a power source. This means there is no end in what can be created, and maybe in time allow for a whole workshop to work off just one drill. Now that's actually make the machine. I decided to end where I started and create a pottery wheel. It uses 4 types of connectors that have been designed with ease of assembly in mind, with a solid base to line up the pieces of wood and drill holes already there, so you don't have to spend time aligning the screws. The pieces have also been designed in a way that means it can be assembled in any order, so if you do an assembly step before another, it doesn't matter. The aim was to be affordable, and the wheel only cost £30 to make. Finally was the creation of a website to be able to share my new designs, but I didn't want it to just be mine, so I added places where people can upload their parts and machines to be shared amongst the community. I didn't want the website to be static, so it's been designed with a database that allows new parts to be uploaded with ease, updating the website automatically with no additional tweaking. This is not the end for Open Workshop, only the beginning. The rules and the groundwork have been set and now the possibilities are endless. So now I just need your help to design workshop machinery and populate the site, and allow otherwise expensive and hard to access machinery to be accessible for all, and maybe one day have a whole workshop of Open Workshop machines.